This is how I play the game! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Holy shit! That is an epic fucking intro, dude. And I have to warn everyone. Warning. What you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting. Sound good?
Alright, sounds good to me.
I rely on your support every day to make ends meet. In particular, right now, tipping would be the best way to go if you want to help me. Until I get paid by Twitch later this week, I'm reliant on tips to pay all my bills, and I actually have 2 big bills coming due either today or tomorrow, whenever they decide to clear, and you would help with that if you tip me, alright? So, thanks in advance to anyone considering contributing in any way. Cheering, subbing, and tipping is all great, but tipping would help me a little bit more right now than anything else.
Tips, tips, tips. I don't want to be Mr. Tips.
Let me tell you about yesterday, which was my day off when I celebrated my wedding anniversary with my wife. It was a good day. We went out. It was actually quite cool, even though the sun was out all day. We had a good time. It was very busy, and here's the thing, guys. Like, for the past 2 years, if you haven't noticed, my day off from streaming has always been like a Tuesday or a weekday. And that's intentional. We always wanted to have our day off to be a weekday because when it's a weekday, it's much less people out there, you know? It's not super busy, the traffic's lighter, you're gonna go do stuff, stores are relatively empty, restaurants are relatively empty, and especially with the COVID pandemic in the last year, it's been a godsend that our day off has been a day when there's not a lot of people out there, right? It's reduced risk. Well, because our day off is Sunday, we go out there, oh my god. It was nuts. It was essentially like insane amount of people out there. Just ridiculous. And I really feel people just don't care about the pandemic anymore, just being honest. With the amount of people we saw out there, there were lines outside of like fast food businesses. I'm not kidding. Lines. And we're, what? It's because they all still have reduced capacity here. And people are waiting for their capacity to die out so they can go inside and get fucking Thai food and Mexican food. It's like, what is going on? I mean, I understand it's a Sunday, but we're still have a pandemic. It's not done. But they act like it is. They seriously act like it's over. Pretty crazy. So anyway, you know, we did what we did, what we could. We did have a fun day out. I know everyone's dying to know what we did for our anniversary. Well, there's a buffet place near us that we've wanted to go to for a while. It's an expensive buffet place, admittedly. Usually when we eat out, we don't spend a lot of money. But we wanted to splurge a little bit because it was a celebration of our 2nd wedding anniversary. We didn't even get to celebrate our wedding anniversary last year. And so there's a very high-end buffet place near us that's pretty pricey. And we went there and got some good food. Primarily there, they kind of focus in on shellfish. So crab in particular, they have a lot of crab. But other stuff too. Kat in particular really liked, there was a few things she liked actually. She basically liked all the Asian style food that they have. She likes Asian food a lot. So she was like, wow, you know, there's fresh crab wontons, fresh gyoza, fresh black pepper chicken, and stuff like that. And she was chowing down on that, and I was eating the baked crab. I was like, dude, this baked crab is outstanding. I almost never eat crab. Almost never. It's too expensive. But being that we were at a buffet that had it, oh my god, the baked crab was absolutely insanely good. No, it was not Old Country Buffet. Old Country Buffet is like a 2 out of 10. This place was like an 8 or 9 out of 10 when it comes to like quality. They just they had crazy stuff that I didn't want to get. Like they have fresh ribs, fresh roast beef, all that kind of stuff, fresh made, cut to order. And I was like, I'm not going to do that because I'm already eating shellfish. I don't want to eat red meat too. My feet will explode because of my acid in my blood condition. It's also called gout, for those who like to make fun of me.
We just had a troll in the chat. Celebrate gout 100. So, har har har. Look, another one. Fall gout. How is this funny?
How's the gout, Phil?
Oh my god, here's another one. How's the gout, Phil? Another idiot. This is great.
How's the gout?
And bring it up. So I was like, there's no way I could go crazy here and eat everything, you know, unbridled. I won't be able to walk this week. Okay? And also, the desserts were outstanding. The desserts were quite good. They had a bunch of different kinds of mousse, and I had some chocolate mousse, and they were so cool. So they had a spoon in the mousse made of liquid chocolate. What it is they take that melted chocolate and they form it into a spoon, so it looks like it's solid. When you touch it, it immediately starts melting. It's kind of like, okay, you know when you go to get ice cream, like a soft serve ice cream cone, and sometimes they do the dip, you do chocolate dip, butterscotch dip, strawberry dip. That's what it is, that liquid coating they put on it. So they just did that and formed a spoon out of it, and it was like, oh my god, melt in your mouth chocolate. It was crazy good. So the good news is, we had a lot of fun. We had a good meal.
過酷な運命を背負って極道の抗争に巻き込まれていた。
I hate taxes. I hate how they work. I hate that they're so complicated in the United States. I hate that if you own your own business, that taxes are ridiculously expensive. Since I got married to Kat, taxes got even more complicated for no fucking reason. It's just a giant joke. It really is. Income taxes in the United States are a giant fucking joke. And I tried to go by all the guidelines and everything that I was told, pay this, pay that, and I've been doing it, and I've been struggling a lot because of it, admittedly, because I'm paying my taxes every month now. You know, things are tight every month for me. And it sucks because, as you guys know, I had to pay a bunch of money to my tax guy to get him to even prepare my taxes. And it's just very frustrating. Let's just put it that way. The tax thing will always be an ongoing thing at this point. It's going to be like another month of stress for me behind the scenes with these fucking taxes. Because I know, here's the thing. Even though I paid everything that I was supposed to pay estimated, I guarantee you I still owe money. It looks like I do. Of course, where's that money going to come from? The sky? No. It's not going to come from anywhere. I don't have it. So likely, if I owe more money that I didn't pay over the last year, because this is the way it works. When you have your own business, it's different than just being an individual who works a job. If you work the job, what happens is every week or every paycheck, taxes get taken out of your paycheck. Then you go file your taxes and they say, oh, you probably have a refund coming, and you get a tax refund. It's a good positive thing, right? When you own your own business, it's completely the opposite. They expect you to somehow know how much you're going to make when you don't know. I don't know how much money I'm going to make on a weekly basis or a monthly basis. I have no clue. Every month it's completely different, actually. It fluctuates. Some months are way up, some months are way down. It depends on the games I'm playing. It depends on the generosity of my viewers, because I run a business where it's crowdfunding, right? So there may be one month where everyone's being very generous and another month where you can't be as generous, and I don't control that. I'm always putting out the same kind of streams and the same kind of content. The government doesn't care. The government just wants you to know exactly what you're going to make and pay taxes based on that. And if you're off even a little bit, oh, fees, penalties. So I paid everything I was supposed to pay in the last year, and now I'm being told I probably owe more. Great. Oh, by the way, that should be due by mid-May. You better just magically make this money out of the sky. What? What are you talking about? That's not how fucking life works. I don't just, because the estimate was slightly off, now I need to magically come up with all this money. I don't have it. So now, can I roll that into my existing back taxes plan? I hope so. But I'm being told, well, that may default you on your current back taxes plan. So now we have to rework with the IRS to reestablish a back taxes plan, which then results in my tax guy billing me a bunch of money to do it. It just never ends. It's like, I pay my tax guy to do my taxes just to be told I owe more taxes. So then, okay, can we get that tax plan? Yes, but to do the tax plan, now my tax guy has to work with the IRS, so I owe my tax guy more money. Okay, so I pay my tax guy all that money, and then I get told, you owe more money. It's like, it never ends. It's an endless cycle of you owe money. No matter how much you pay or what you do, you didn't pay enough. That's been my experience. Even this last year, now I'm able to pay my fucking federal taxes as I'm told I should every month, and I'm still told it wasn't enough, you should have done more. It's like, what? How am I supposed to magically fucking know all this? And then in addition to all of that, it's even more stressful because of the way that you file. When you're married, there's different ways to file your taxes. Some will benefit you one way, some benefit you another way. And it's a pain in the ass. And just basically right now, there's a lot of stress behind the scenes of everything on the streams. I got the COVID vaccine thing on my mind that I have no idea how we're going to get. This tax thing is currently going on. This is frustrating the shit out of me. Everything's frustrating. All right? So what I'd like to do is use these streams as a place to chill and escape from all this baloney.
だけかもしれない。
All this baloney going on. I'm sure that all of you also personally have stuff going on in your own lives that stresses you out, right? So that's what we're going to use these streams as, a way to escape from all the baloney and sit down and relax and have a good chill time, hopefully. Okay? Fair enough? Fantasy Star PG, cheers, congratulations on getting 100,000 followers with your birthday and anniversary. You had a good month. Here's the thing. I haven't really talked about this recently. I'll tell you guys why. If you notice, yeah, I do have 100,000 followers on Twitch, and basically it's bullshit. Because I was at around 98,000 followers, and it was growing at a steady pace. Basically, the way it works is every year I gain a few thousand followers. I think in the last year I had gained like 5,000 to 6,000, something like that. Maybe 8,000. I don't know. I wasn't really following it actively. But I have steady growth here on my Twitch channel. And earlier this year, someone had mentioned, they said, Phil, it looks like this year you'll probably hit 100,000 followers. Will you do anything special? And I said, well, you know, it's going to take a while. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. But when we get closer to it, maybe we'll talk about a celebration or whatever. And I want to say it was about a week ago. Someone had brought it up again. And it said, hey, Phil, you did get, like, a good growth this year. You got about 1,000 new followers so far. So you're on pace by the end of the year. Well, are you still planning on doing something as a celebration? And I said, well, here's the thing. We've got my birthday marathon coming up and all of that. Well, actually, I think this was right before I'd done a different marathon. I'm trying to remember. I think there were 2 events that just recently happened. And so basically I was like, there are multiple events coming up. Let's focus on those first. Let's get through those, and then maybe we can start planning for a 100,000 follower celebration. All right? I don't want to jump the gun, because I don't want to start talking about a new celebration when we got 2 right around the corner, right? That would be kind of silly. Let's get through what's immediately in front of us, then we'll talk about the future. Okay? So I say that, within 2 days, we've topped 100,000 followers. It's bullshit. And if you look at it, it's bots. Someone came in here with a fucking bot account and followed the channel to basically ruin it for us. Because I told you guys I wanted to do a celebration, but I didn't want to do it right away because it wouldn't make sense to do that. Someone came in here with bots and fucking did it to ruin it. So now we don't have a legit 100,000 followers, you know, a celebration. It's some asshole. You know, just like everything. Some asshole just wants to ruin everything as usual, ruin our fun. So it is what it is. Now, there's no point in me doing a celebration when I know it's fake anyway, you know? What I will say is this. I mean, 100,000 followers is obviously a great achievement. When I hit 100,000 subs on YouTube, that's years and years ago. That's when they sent me my YouTube play button. So obviously, it's meant to be a big milestone as a content creator. I appreciate everyone who legitimately follows and checks out my streams. Do I believe I legitimately have 100,000 followers when regularly I get about 300 to 400 viewers on a stream? No. I'd be incredibly stupid to believe that. The thing is... Unlike YouTube, I don't think I've ever heard of Twitch ever doing an audit on accounts. So that means anyone who's ever followed me is still showing as being a follower. You know, they never audited anything.
Because the bottom line is Twitch is a bad business. Twitch is not a good place to put out quality content. It's not.
So I've never lost a single person who's clicked on follow on my Twitch channel. My Twitch channel's been open since 2013. So in 8 years, you know, that's a lot of people who will follow. And you see what I'm saying? So... what I will say is this. Thank you guys. I appreciate your help. Your help. I appreciate your views. I appreciate your hanging out with me every day. 100,000 followers is a great achievement. It's a bummer that it's not real. But perhaps later this year we'll do some kind of special celebration. But for now, there's just no point in doing it. Okay? Illmatic Rye, cheers, says, did you know people have written books about you? There's 4 volumes in paperback, hardback, and Kindle editions. I don't care. It sounds really stupid. Truff Burnell, cheers, says, can I stop, if I'm going to stop burping into the mic, can I stop snorting into the mic? I could try. Here's the thing, alright? Burping, I can only control if I feel the burp coming. A lot of the times I don't. A lot of the times I'm surprised by a burp. And I'm like, shit, what was I supposed to do there? I'm sorry. If I can feel it coming, then I'll turn away from the mic if I can, okay? The snorting, I mean, yeah, if it's really bothering people, I guess I can turn away. Again, it's just as annoying for me as it is for you. I don't want to have to do it. It's my fucking allergies. It's my post-nasal drip. It's incredibly frustrating. So, if you guys keep giving me a hard time about it, I will try to improve. Fair enough?
You're a disgusting pig.
We got Major Riot Cheers. Did you go to Feast Buffet in Renton? No. I never even heard of that. Chop, stop trying to look up shit of where I went, because that's fucking creepy as shit. Manage your own fucking business. Truff Burnell, yes, I feel the same way about the King of Hate moniker. He says basically how I'm basically been against the whole hate army thing over the past couple of weeks. What about the King of Hate moniker? I wish I could get rid of the King of Hate moniker. The problem is when you have something associated with you for so long, it basically sticks. The hate army is not something that's been associated with me. It's something that people are trying to bring up and act like it's real when it's not. That's bullshit, and I can obviously say fuck off with that. The King of Hate thing is something that I actively chose to use for many, many years. My website is called thekingofhate.com. Even though you almost never ever hear me say the King of Hate, you never hear me bring that stuff up. It is a part of my past. It's something that mostly was about the Street Fighter community, and of course, my earlier days here on YouTube, the first few years. But yeah, the thing is, anytime anyone says hate these days, they take it to mean like, oh, it's racial hate and it's stuff like that, when it's not. It's not what my moniker means at all. It has nothing to do with that at all. Although people will obviously try to spin things to make me sound and look bad. So, it sucks. I wish that I could shake that. I really do. I wish that I could shake the King of Hate moniker. I'm never going to be able to. It's been associated with me for too long. If I say, oh, I'm changing, that's not me anymore, everyone will just troll with that constantly. You know? So there's no point. You just say whatever. You say whatever, you shrug or whatever. I don't care.
There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me it's WWE Champions time. I love it. I love it. Is a mobile game addict. Still has indoctrinated children who send him money. Blatantly milking for money. It's a money pit. It's gone. Just gone like that. In an instant. Fucking gone. I just care about money. I just can't help it. By eBay. Contributions are mandatory. But I need your help. I am appealing directly to you. No decency, no respect, no common sense, no fucking maturity. Is the guy who just doesn't get reality.